Hi, my name is Lexi Vollmer, and this is TNR and Humane Pennsylvania. What is Humane Pennsylvania? They are an organization that was founded in 2013 with the merger of two animal shelters in Berks and Lancaster County, PA, with the goal of improving the lives of people and animals in their communities. Part of the way they do this is through their Healthy Pets initiative, which includes but is not limited to offering pet food banks and low-cost microchip and vaccine clinics. In our counties, we do have a community cat problem. As you can see on this graphic here, cats have the potential to reproduce quite quickly. This puts a stress on the people in our communities who are dealing with these unwanted outside cats, as well as putting a strain on the shelters when we have a lack of space to take them in. The data here has been collected from sources within the shelters. The graph over here shows cat intakes per shelter for Berks and Lancaster, as well as total number of stray cats, ranging from 2015 to 2021, with Berks overall having more total cats coming in than Lancaster, and a decent portion of them being strays. On this graph over here, again broken down by year, I have the number of stray cats versus the number of total cats, and then it broken down again into percentages, with the lowest percentage being 27.9% in 2019, and the highest being 46.4% in 2017. This next graph here shows, again broken down between the range of 2015 and 2021, the average length of stay per shelter for cats, as well as the total number of cats for that year. Factors to consider when reviewing this information are differences in policies between the shelters and how they operate. In the end of 2019, Berks did change to a managed intake in preparation for changes in the coming years. As well, they closed at the end of 2019 through 2020 and reopened again in the summer of 2021 for a reconstruction of the building. During their closure, Lancaster did see an increase in cats coming into the shelter that normally would have been taken in by Berks County. Additionally, anomalies due to COVID-19 changes and policies also affected the numbers of cats coming in and whether they were strays, surrenders, and such. The solution to this cat overpopulation problem is a targeted TNR program. This program would involve trapping community cats, bringing them in to get them fixed, vaccinated, flea treatment, and dewormed, and then returning them to the places that they were trapped from. This helps to avoid the funnel effect. The funnel effect is essentially removing animals from a population, which then frees up the resources that they were using for outside animals to come in and begin repopulating in that area using those resources. If the animals, instead of being eliminated, are TNR'd, then they will continue using the same amount of resources as before, but they will not be reproducing, thus over time lowering the population numbers. For this project, we will need dedicated community involvement. We will need the active participation of clients to come in and schedule these animals to get TNR'd. They will also be the ones trapping the cats to bring in for the appointments, as well as tracking the numbers of the animals in their area. This way we can know if any new cats are coming into the area and if the numbers are declining. Social media is going to be a large part of this project as well. It will help us gauge interest. We can do this via polls on Facebook and Instagram, as well as provide Q&A sessions to answer any questions the people may have about the project specifically or about TNR in general. Once the project is up and running, we can use these sites to promote when clinics are happening. Project components. We will need to acquire materials such as medications and instruments needed for spay and neuter surgeries, acquiring staffing of vets and vet techs, trap rentals for clients to use if they do not have any of their own, scheduling surgery times and dates, data tracking done in part by the shelter and in part by the clients themselves, and quarterly analysis. This is just a bigger version of the data tracking to give our board members an idea of how well the program is working, if it's effective, and what the trends are. For funding, two major ways that we will be getting funding are through grants and recycling money. The grants that we will be applying for include the Lancaster County Community Foundation, which is set to improve the lives of people within the Lancaster community. This won't help with the Berks County shelter, but it will help for Lancaster. The next one is the Bissell Pet Foundation. This is one we're already a member of, so all we would need to do is wait for their cycle to open back up and go through their application process. The last grant is the Rachel Ray Foundation. For this one, we will need to become a member of the foundation first, and then again, once the cycle opens up, apply for a grant application. The next section, recycling money saved into the program. So, with less cats coming into the shelter annually, this will free up the resources that were previously being used to take care of them during their stay. As previously noted, this can be upwards of an average of 24 days that these cats are in the shelter. To give an idea, just on litter trays alone for stray cats per year, we spend over $5,000. That money spent on these strays does not include staff, utilities, food, litter, blankets, toys, and other items that we use during their stay. In conclusion, there is a problem with community cat overpopulation in our area, and a TNR program fits within the Healthy Pets initiative already established by our organization, and it can help address this community cat issue. We will need the involvement of our people in the community to help get this program up and running, and it will benefit not only the organization, but the public and the cats themselves as well. And here are my references used for this presentation.